Ba-doop-a-doo.
I honestly want to fix this for you because culture is never going to do it.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
It's really not that loud.
I think it's gotten louder.
Why do you play with so many Duplo toys?
That's all culture. Culture loves them.
They're easier than Legos.
Yes.
They're for fucking babies.
Right, but they're easier to make stuff with.
When you got one lip in it, you have to play with what you can.
Lord almighty. I'm regretting this already.
Oh, I love having you here. So loud.
Oh.
Yeah, you were so muted, Matt. I was watching you on talk. You really were fired up there, huh?
No, I was saying, but we don't have to watch the whole countdown.
No, we do. That's the whole part of a countdown.
Yeah, see, and I know you don't understand this, Matt.
Oh, here we go. Or see, the countdown is to give people time to come into the live stream. When you're as YouTube famous as me, maybe you'll get it.
The dump, yo. Yeah. It's Saturday night, and it is the dump. I wish that leveled out a little bit better than just stopping. Right. But anyways, it's the dump. Welcome to my show. All right. This is not, production value central. So thanks, Culture Casino, for making really loud intros. My name is Scott. This is the dump. And let's welcome our guest. We have somebody for only a short amount of time, but we love him. His name is Tom Connors. He's of Midnight's Edge.
I am?
Yeah, that's what I was told.
Nobody ever told me.
Yeah, they don't.
Daddy, is that you?
Papa, can you hear me?
Papa, did you get cigarettes yet? Why did you leave me?
Please come home. Thanks for being here, Tom.
It's a pleasure. Even though I only have a short amount of time, I'm glad to be here. So.
Right. Well, at least you're here. Mad Martigan is in the house. Yeah, what's up, Mad?
Not much. So apparently, whenever I do this pitch of come to my channel, it doesn't work. So I shared something.
Okay.
Maybe it'll entice people.
Everyone will speak. Come on, I've got a new song for me bit. Every week, you'll love it.
That's the kind of shenanigans you can come to expect.
Whoa, shenanigans is copyrighted.
Oh my
Do
God.
not use that.
Fine.
Mary will come in here and kick your ass.
That's the type of
hooligan-y.
Fun. A hooligan-y?
A hooligan-y is a new word we're going.
It's hokum and malarkey.
Oh, hokum and malarkey.
But if that doesn't make sense to you, and it's what is happening that looks weird as shit, that's the entire show. It's just you just have to be there. Today was an amazing episode, even though Yeti Cast was on there. We still had a lot of fun. It was great.
And that show's called The Strangeness?
Street Smarts, you know this.
Street Smarts, right.
You were on there once. You were late.
I was there?
Yeah,
you were
late.
Did
I was on my
bother
phone
to tweet this out so I could retweet it anywhere?
Yeah. Your name is in one of my tweets.
Where?
Hold on, I'll make sure to send it right to you.
I don't Twitter.
JacobBarton was nice enough to retweet it for me. Thank you, Jacob. Let's see. Where is it?
Twitter very well at all. I don't see Sporking. I must have you blocked.
Well, most people do, so don't worry about that.
No, I'm seriously. Well, I've been getting bombarded with shit today.
That's all right. Here, I'm going to send it to you right now.
I'm seriously not seeing it though. What the hell? I thought I did already. Maybe I don't know.
There we go. Right to you right now. Boom. Wow, we are good. Live on screen. You got to watch us do that. The 22 people in the chat.
Well, this way we can get some more people to watch.
Yeah. Well, thank God, because I don't have
three more people will probably watch us.
Yeah. Like your relatives, most likely.
My mom.
Yeah, but
anyways,
thank you.
Back to me.
So
if you want to check out my channel.
Talking.
Sorry about that, man.
Yeah, no. Let the guy with the smallest channel here talk over the guy with the biggest channel.
Whatever.
I feel like this.
It's all about channel size with me. Boom. All right, good talking to you, Mad.
Sizest.
I'm sure I'm the one who has the smallest dick on the panel. Just saying.
That's why your channel's so big. What's up, Mock?
Can I turn on my camera?
I think you should.
All right.
Let's see. What are you drawing? Did you finish Batman?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Hey, that's me.
It is. Yes.
Well,
Bat
now,
Tom.
hold on. Two things. Makini, you're black?
Yeah,
What,
no,
yes,
those
I
aren't
am.
his hands. Those aren't his hands.
You made me look very sexy and ripped.
By the
Yeah.
way, we don't know the accent. That could be the New Zealand Batman.
Oh, that's true. That is.
Oh,
true.
how? Wait a minute, Mad.
Wait, there's a New Zealand Batman?
Yeah, here it goes. Let's hear it.
Yeah, and beat me.
Holy crap.
That was impressive.
I
Thank.
didn't know there was Batman from other parts of the world.
Isn't that crazy?
Who the fucking took it?
Unbelievable.
If I could do more than 3 words in that accent, I'd keep going. But
If I'm allowed to continue
Yes.
my.
Yeah.
Good night, Mike. Want to put some
That's
shrimp on the
Anyway.
ball? Wait, that's Lake Australia.
Just you gotta push through, Makini. Push through.
Okay. Yeah, I've been really chipping away at it, and it looks like I might be able to finish tonight. We'll see how it goes.
That is
But
gorgeous.
for those,
Wait.
but the best part is, I'm putting it up for an auction.
Silent auction, right?
Yeah,
You'll
put it
get
up as an auction.
millions.
So I'll let you guys know the details when I finally finish it. So
I'm willing to
Yeah.
bet
stay tuned.
Gotham's most eligible bachelor, Bruce Wayne.
You're
will
getting,
put
you're
in
getting
a
the
very,
original.
very handsome donation for that.
You're getting that plus a picture frame, and it's all mailed. And I will sign it as well.
What about
He
Bat
is-
Tom?
He is
Whoever
Gotham.
Whoever wins it, whoever.
I'm just saying, Bat Tom could sign it because that's
Now,
legit.
okay, so New Zealand Batman would be more like, I worked on Lord of the Rings. Wait, that's more like British Batman.
yeah, that was very British. I deleted all because like I got to do the New Zealand Batman like for the whole episode of Shenanigans. So I had like the flag and quokkas, but I deleted all
What
of it.
the fuck
What
is
the
a
hell are
quokka?
those?
Wait, you don't know what a quokka is?
Yeah, find it. Why we do that?
I
Culture
thought this was a
Casino.
family show.
Hey, Culture Casino, you're on the show tonight. How are you? Do you know what a quokka is?
Please inform us.
No, I don't care. Yeah, no, I have a YouTube channel that I enjoy making content for. I started doing an interview series, and I will be starting to interview people here in the future, and mostly creators and artists and stuff like that. We are blessed with a lot of them, yeah, like I think I'm gonna try that format. See how that works out. I did one today. I had to step away, from author Stephen Walton's.
That was awesome.
I'm leaving.
Yeah. What was that?
No, here's the thing, and I understand the sentiment. He's leaving behind his old studio and his old world. No, it was
His old
fun.
trailer park.
Who cares? He made it seem like my last ever as Stephen Walton, the artist formerly known as the voice of the formerly known TF something. Like, dude, come on. You're moving. Big fucking deal.
Scott, I think you're missing the bigger picture. I mean, it's the trailer park he's leaving behind. It's Toothless Bambi. It's all the trees in the national forest around his home. There's a lot of fond memories there for Walton that he's leaving behind. I mean, his enemas started there. I mean, that's
true.
an awful lot for one man to just dump.
And don't forget, guys, the second volume of the Enema Menace. The leaks were true. It was done from behind. Stephen Pooped in Walton will be out sooner than later, we hope.
He lost some weight.
Yeah, well,
All that
hear it.
shitting, I suppose. Yeah.
I can hear it right now. I can
That's
hear
it.
it. I can hear Fairly in the distance. Scott is a dick.
yeah, well, I am.
heard it.
Is that called the reverse model diet?
Yeah, the reverse model diet. Yes, yes. Instead of coming out this way, it goes out the
Oh,
opposite
hey,
way.
you know what? Regardless, it all comes out in the end.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you, Culture Casino. And Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective is here. What's up, Tommy?
What's going on, Scott?
Good to have you here. I just want to also show everybody in the chat. We got 30 people right now. Hit that like button. Thank you, Jacob, and my other mods for pushing me the likes and the shares and all that. But Labor Day, there will be a drawing for this beautiful Venomized Groot. It is one of the 10 inchers. It is number 601 of this Spider-Man Maximum Venoms.
10 inches is something you're never going to see, Scott.
Never.
I think 10 inches look very, very large.
I mean, 10 inches. Well, I was always told 4 inches is massive, so that's all I care about.
Man.
And I French kiss. And Daddy says I do it the best.
Okay, no. What's happening? Anyway,
no, go ahead. What were you saying?
So I'm sharing pictures of
Can you not
Quokkas.
leave dead fucking air, dude?
I think he froze from Quokkas.
Yeah. What were you saying again? What?
Quokkas.
Kelly
Okay.
Quokkas?
It's an animal?
Yeah.
Ah!
And
That's
they
cute.
like
Shut
whenever you
down
take
you.
your
It's kind of
Yeah,
cute
what-
and ferocious at the same time.
It looks like
It's
it can kill you.
ferocious.
Is it a marsupial?
It's
New
laughing
Zealand.
at us.
Yeah,
Look
it
at it,
smiles
it
when you take
smiles.
its picture.
Aw, I want one.
They're
Its natural
riddled with
environment, it likes to
disease.
smile when it gets the picture taken.
It probably has chlamydia.
It absolutely does. Yeah,
How does it have
it's riddled with
chlamydia?
disease.
It's like
Disease.
koalas. It's like remember when we basically destroyed Fatal J's dream of having a koala, wanting a koala for
Oh,
himself?
Fatal J. Yeah, I remember that. Let me say hi to the chat real quick. We have Tina Bojan, who will not be watching tonight because she has an early morning. Guess what, Tina? I have to work tomorrow at 5 a.m. Tox Fox is here to be radicalized by Ryan. Well, Ryan may not show up, but at least he brought somebody with him. Thank you.
Please.
Archer Jacob Barton. Hail, good evening. Welcome to Sporking News live stream. The dump. Touch the like button. You know you want to, and share the stream out. I like
I
that.
do not care for that.
I prefer to step on that like button.
I kind of got a little turned on by that. Brutal Morningwood, damn, and me without my mind control proof tinfoil hat. I know, dude. That's where we are. The Time Prophet's always here. We also have Cavatino, Cavalieri, Man, Che, something or other. Everyone had their fiber today. Yeah, because enemas are flowing. Keely Chow is in the house. Soul Assassin is in the house. Eric Winberg. Small Times, good dude. Love him. He is here. Marby Dog, as always, is in the chat. Brightest Day is in the chat. Other people are in the chat.
Dude.
We got some super chats and super stickers, so I should probably read some of those. I just don't want to miss any. Parrot Head, as always, Boomer News Podcast, yes sir. Raj H, thumbs up, my brother. Thank you very much, as always. Much appreciated. It is Canadian. I'll take it.
You know what, Scott? It's so refreshing to see somebody actually get to the super chats and the stickers, unlike Walton. Don't Walton it, people.
What a dick!
Yeah, don't Walton it, and also don't. Also, Tom, if you not know, we coined a new term on Rogue Entertainment. I call it Kevin Smithing it.
Yeah, like that is a good one. The Kevin Smithing it. Nikki D is here. Red Monarch for $2. Sup, bros? Hail to you all. Thank you, Red Monarch. It's good to see you here, man. I really appreciate that. Zaz7 is in the house. There's other people. I'm sorry if I miss anybody. The damn chat keeps jumping. But we do have Lola Meatz. Lola. Hail, Sporking. Congrats on 1.5 million subscribers. Thank you. Okay. 1.5K. All right. Well, okay.
There we go.
Hey, Zeus, thank you for lurking, my friend. I appreciate that. Lurk on. I like lurking. I like when they stare at me. E. Clay Thomason is here. What up, Sporko? I am here, brother. So everybody, thank you for being here. I will try to keep up on the chat. Congratulates on one. Okay, whatever you mean by that. I will try to keep up on the chat, unlike the other guy. But we only have like 10 minutes most with Tom right now. So, Tom, did you see He-Man?
No, I missed it.
Yeah. Was Clownfish TV right?
Oh, of course they were right. Yeah, this thing was...
there you go, Tom, right here.
I saw that. That's what I was kind of bringing up just before the show. I was asking these guys if they happened to catch the Kevin stream, because I could have some of it. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to go back and listen, but I could have swore it almost sounded like he was basically saying, "Yeah, I fucking lied."
Yeah.
You know, basically in so many fucking words. And I'm like, Sorry for my language, but
no, you can swear all
But
you
he
want.
had some other knucklehead come in and say that,
what's the voice of Orko?
Yeah, that dude Garrett.
Are you guys referring to the stream that happened earlier?
Yeah, just recently.
now.
It's actually might even still be live, but yeah.
Yeah, like here's my thing, and I think I forgot who said it afterwards, but Kevin Smith, he has officially asserted himself as the Ryan Johnson of 2021.
Yeah, I mean,
That's saying something.
That's saying a lot, dude.
Almost worse in some ways, really.
Yeah.
There are people saying that, Tom, that he is worse than Ryan Johnson.
Yeah, because Ryan Johnson didn't come out and just lie. He didn't come out and say like, no, guys, trust me. Like, it's all about Luke in this episode. You know?
That is true. Ryan Johnson just came out and said,
right.
I want half of you to hate this.
Well, and that's the thing I've been trying to point out to people who are just like, why are you hating on it so much? You're just hate mongering and blah, 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 blah. It's like, no. If he would have come out and not said any of this shit, tried to paint it as a picture that it wasn't, that's really the thing is like, I said this, I don't know, 2 or 3 times now, but it bears repeating. Ghostbusters, we saw it coming from a mile away, right?
Right.
Star Wars, we
Absolutely.
had an idea of what was coming. Star Trek, we clearly saw it. Doctor Who, all these other things, they weren't hiding what they were doing, right? Like we all knew clearly from the start. This, on the other hand, you had him say, "Oh no, it's not what you think. It's not what you think." Because after the first, description of what the show is going to be, some of us are kind of like, "Yeah, we know Tila has a destiny, but why would it be all about her journey instead?" And then that's when Clownfish and all that stuff kind of come out, and then he's like, "No, trust me, it's all about He-Man. It's all about He-Man. It's all about He-Man."
Right.
Well, I think adding into that, Tom, it's also the fact that he said, like, and we just got done talking about this earlier, is the fact that he said that this was going to be a continuation of the original series and the original concepts that were already put forth. And he says, it's going to be all about He-Man. He-Man's going to be there, kids. It's going to be there for you, for everybody that's a longtime fan. And no.
Well,
subversion.
Yeah.
Tom, what like the best defense I've seen is like, well, it doesn't have He-Man in the title now, does it? Like,
well, and that's the thing is they can't call it He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, so they probably would have.
Right, because this is Mattel,
legal reasons, yes. Like,
this
and
is Mattel.
And Kevin's even come out and confirmed this now, so this isn't even a situation where we are just sitting there on the other side going, "Yeah, we know this stuff, but you guys aren't admitting it." Kevin has already admitted this, and this is something that a lot of people don't know, and we've got an extensive video coming out of it.
Nice.
This shit is worse than the Star Trek separation.
Wow.
This is a situation where back in the 90s, Mattel made some crazy-ass deal with Universal to where in less than 2 years' time, all rights from Masters of the Universe revert to Universal. Good. They will have nothing to do with them anymore. At this point, they have a first refusal right on toys, and that's about it.
What?
And they control the property for the next year and a half. After that, Universal gets back. She-Ra's already over there. That's why the She-Ra show was so different and separate.
DreamWorks.
Yeah, Universal and DreamWorks are the same company.
Yeah, let me ask a question then, Tom. Mattel, the toy, and Tom below me, the toy was created before the show, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the toy came out in 82-ish.
Yeah.
Some people say they saw it in 81, but as far as I know, it actually came out in 82. The show was
84.
The show came out in 83.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then the Toyland ran until 1987 and then kind of sputtered out.
Yeah.
Well, technically, it started dying in '85 when they released the She-Ra line. Because
that's
the She-Ra line. Sales plummeted. But originally when they came out with He-Man, it was actually they were going to do they wanted to do a toy line off of the Conan the Barbarian series.
Yeah, that's another story in and of itself.
That for whatever reason that fell through. So they took the original designs that they had for that,
it fell
and then
through
they
because
turned
they
it
didn't
into
want to do an
He-Man.
R-rated property. That's
that too. But I mean, they couldn't get licensing for it anyway. So
right,
they had the license. That's how. Well, that's the thing is they had all the stuff for Conan, and then they're like, no thanks, but no thanks. And that's why Universal turned around and sued Mattel because right after they turned down the Conan property, they went and came up with He-Man, and they're like, this is just like Conan.
Right. I remember that's one of my.
They lost that lawsuit because He-Man was different enough.
Right.
But
that's one of my favorite videos you guys did. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I love that video.
No,
I never knew that. I never knew
to fast forward, though, and I don't mean to skip over a lot of things.
Go.
Tommy's correct, though. There's a lot of history to this. I'm doing the very Cliff Notes version because I do got to run here soon. But so then in the 90s, they tried revitalizing it again with the new adventures of He-Man, and it fucking tanked.
Right.
Didn't do shit.
Right.
So I'm assuming at this point is when Mattel's like, we've got a dead property. They made some fucking deal with Universal. And that's what's going on now. I'm sure they had no idea that this property was going to have the resurgence it did at this time. Right.
Well, you know what, Tom? I mean, quite honestly, because I mean, obviously, you know that I follow a lot of the toys and everything, what they've been doing, especially with those retro releases. They've been selling very well.
Yes.
I mean, of course, mine is He-Man and Skeletor figures, which they overproduced, which was the complete opposite of what they did when the line first lost.
Isn't that ironic? Yeah.
You know, but, I was Larry, I was going to do this too. I was going to say, okay, there's 5 more episodes. I'm going to wait, but too many people I know how those episodes already end. So it's not even worth it, man. Unless they go back and change it now, it's going to be even worse than these first 5.
I see 3 kind of people who are reacting to the show. Those who have never really been fans, who are generally, they enjoy it.
Yep.
There's the fans like me who are the hardcore fans who are fucking just they hate it.
It's because they don't understand what's going on, Tom.
Right,
yeah. But then there's the other fans who are true diehard fans, but they're those fans that we have to deal with sometimes in these fandoms where they will eat up any goddamn thing you give them, especially if it looks like this. Yep. I mean, this is like putting a pizza in front of somebody who's a food addict and being like, it looks like a pizza. It smells like a pizza. Hell, it almost kind of tastes like a pizza.
Right.
But then once you start eating it, you realize this isn't pizza. This is Play-Doh.
Well, that's what they did. They rang all the nostalgia bells, hoping to bring everybody in for dinner, and then they got shit.
Well, you saw the same thing with Loki. Like every time Loki, like all the praise was like, "Oh my god, that one scene was so amazing." All you need is just one little scene to catch people, and that's all they're going to focus on because. And they're just going to forget about all the garbage that led up to it and followed it. But like, it was so amazing.
Let's hear culture. I want to hear culture. I'm sorry, dude. I'm not Mads. Culture.
The only payoff here is at the back of the series. I mean, in the very last episode, the 10th episode of this broken up piece of crap. You've already lost half your audience. I think Tom said that more than a few times now.
Yep.
And I mean, look, I mean, right now, I mean, what Mark Lursa put in the chat, it has twice as many downvotes as upvotes.
Yep.
He turned off the chat, the live chat.
It didn't even start with the chat.
Motherfuckers to come in. Did you see that?
The comment.
Say that again, Tom.
He charged people to come in and comment. Did you see that?
What?
Yeah, and here's the thing. So I learned from, and I saw this at the end of the Rogue Entertainment stream. I saw this comment from TT that he was bringing up Neon and Geeky. He was bringing up Clownfish again and saying that everything that he said to them was correct.
Oh yeah, no, that's what we heard. Yeah.
So, just I don't know what okay. So at the start we were like, okay, maybe it's Kevin Smith. He's just kind of cucking it to the studios. Maybe it's the studios telling him what to do. Maybe it's studios telling him what to say. It's him trying to cover up for their mess. But then as time is going on and what we're hearing from this past live stream, I'm like, no. Everything that is coming out of Kevin Smith's mouth is on him. So it's not just him dick riding the studios. And I'm going to play it in that way, dick riding the freaking studios and team behind it. But it shows how much vitriol. It shows that he has some vitriol towards not only Clownfish, but the people who are speaking the same points that Clownfish is saying. So no, fuck you, Kevin.
Yeah.
Fuck you too. Fuck you.
Well, I mean, here's the funniest thing about that is Kevin really didn't have a whole lot to do with the writing of any of these episodes either.
Actually,
he's basically,
yeah, he did. He's the writer.
No. You can look at all the writers that are on there. Most of the writers did most of that writing for him. He had a small hand in it.
Yeah, but he did say on the live cast just a little bit ago, he has full credit for the first episode, but he said he wrote on each and every episode.
Can he be trusted?
But I'm sure he only wrote small segments in there.
I'm not going to say I'm
not
saying you're wrong, Tommy. I'm not arguing the point, but I'm just saying he did say that, and to me that sticks out like a sore thumb because the one scene that bothers most people is the one that bothers me the most. Is that's where, spoilers, Teela's basically berating Adam for fucking dying.
And that was all him.
And hurting her feelings.
Oh, I know.
Funny.
Fucking ridiculous. That was when I turned it off.
There's a way you can do that scene where it can work.
Yeah, there is.
And I said, Kevin Smith has written this scene already. Go back. It's in Chasing Amy.
We were just talking about
He's already
that.
written this series already. Go back. It's in Dogma.
Yep.
What the hell is wrong with him?
Well, Tom, they could have did it in a way that would have made sense if they would have said, well, Tila is telling Adam, well, it's time to suck it up. It's time, to get over those things because I've tried to lead you in the right direction and you just never made it there on your own. It's time to stand on your own. I mean, they could have did it in a way like that without just sitting there berating the character.
Right.
What the character
I
represented.
do have to run though, guys. I'm really sorry, but
Oh, Tom, don't worry.
so
Can you
much for having me,
just
Scott.
answer one question for me? I want to ask you one thing. Back in the early 90s, would you say Kevin Smith was to comedy what Quentin Tarantino was to his bending of genres?
Yeah.
Because the way he wrote like buddies talking.
Absolutely.
He was amazing. What happened?
Well, Kevin was my conduit to Tarantino for that matter. I mean, yeah, he was definitely one of the four horsemen of that era because you had Tarantino, Kevin Smith, Robert Rodriguez, and Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yep.
And those four guys really kind of changed,
revolutionized. Yep.
And I don't really like Paul Thomas Anderson, but again, it's just the point that those four guys were like they were mavericks of independent cinema. So again, it's a sad day to see somebody like this fall because Tarantino still has zero fucks to give. Right. So he hadn't changed
one more movie. He has one more movie. Thank you, Tom.
Rodriguez, the court's still out on, but as far as Paul Thomas Anderson, he's just whatever. So.
Yeah, whatever. Take care. Thank you, Tom, for stopping by. Love you, man.
All right.
I don't think I could name. I know the name Paul Thomas Anderson, but I don't think I can name a movie off the top of my head.
Bring it up. Let's see. Because I'm blanking right now, but I was almost going to say Royal Tenenbaums, but that's not him.
Yeah.
Scott, you blanking is not really your fault, though. Remember,
I shoot blanks now. I just want to say really quick, there's some great people that weren't here. We got Mr. Dragon is in the house. Thomas Gilkey is in the house. And you know what? Lazur, where is he? Where's Mark?
All right, I get this guy.
Mark is in the chat. I love Mark. Mark is one of the first people I met in a chat, and that was over 2.5, 3 years ago on Gary's channel. So thank you, Mark, for being here. I love these guys. Awesome ones here. Justin Normie's here. So thank you guys. If I missed anybody, Steven.
Incredible.
Steven
Smash that like button, guys. Please share it.
We almost hit 50 people watching, but keep hitting that like button, guys. Go ahead.
So Paul Thomas Anderson, he's the There Will Be Blood, Boogie Nights, which I think is the only one I like really from him. Punch Drunk Love, which I don't like.
Love. Mm-hmm.
I don't like seeing Adam Sandler like that.
Yeah, that was Adam Sandler trying to be, I don't know, like a real actor.
Serious? Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I almost want to say Punch Drunk Love was his attempt to be like Robin Williams, and it just didn't work.
Yeah. So yeah, that's basically.
And There Will Be Blood was so fucking boring, dude.
Yeah, I think it's a little overrated.
Yeah, I am with you. Larry in the house. Thank you, Larry. Tina. Oh my God, it's been so long. How have you been? Good to see you in the chat. That's another friend from old school. Tina. Yeah, old school. Gary ones when there was probably only 100, 200 of us.
Oh, now you may remember her more from Odin's streams.
Oh yeah, Odin's too, definitely. But I knew her mostly from. No, I guess you're right. They were Odin streams. I love Odin. Odin's a great dude. So we are at right now. TT's telling us we are at 242,433 downvotes.
Thanks for keeping up, TT.
Yeah, on the Kevin Smith. When Kevin lost the weight, half of his was brain cells. No, his
and his testosterone too.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good to see you.
Is it that surprising though? Because I always felt like he wanted to be in the industry so bad, but they wouldn't let him in, and he just kept trying until finally he's like, well, I could.
Well, let me ask, Culture. You're older like me. Culture is older, really, really old. Probably the oldest person here. Like you're real old. So you remember YouTube. I mean, you remember the '90s, right? Do you remember? Because you're old. But
I remember the '70s.
Okay, well,
do I?
Tell me, when Kevin Smith came out, he was a visionary. Like Clerks was hilarious, shot pretty much 2 different spots, really, inside and outside of the store. Then he came out with like all those great ones, Dogma, Chasing Amy.
Red State. I loved Red State. I don't think it gets enough credit from him.
I completely forgot that was him. But what happened to him? Why did he become such a cuck?
Well, I'm going to say this again, and I've said it a few times, and I'm going to say it some more. He had a dance with death. and one that was very, very close. He and then he adopted a strange lifestyle, and he is influenced by a daughter who is super duper driven by that is
and the thing is that for all the great stuff he was doing, remember that in the 2010s, he had some stinkers. Like, well, for example, one of the biggest ones was Cop Out, where he had an out fight with Bruce Willis at that time.
I don't put the blame on him on that one.
There was an independent film with Justin Tusk. There was that, let's not forget Yoga Hosers.
Yeah, Yoga Hosers with his daughter. Oh my God, that was
that was with his daughter and Johnny Depp's kid as well.
Yep,
I don't remember that one. When was that?
That was 2016. If I'm correct.
Ad.com.
Yeah, that bad, huh?
Yeah, by the way, Cop Out. Again, I think Kevin Smith is a piece of shit. I'm not trying to defend him over and over again, but Cop Out wasn't really his fault. There was a lot of studio bullshit, and Bruce Willis just was an asshole.
It was, because there was like a public fallout between the two.
Yeah.
It's just sad. Okay, so we talked about this earlier. Like, there are people that, we talked about this backstage. There are people that lie to protect, information. He blatantly attacked Clownfish. That's why it upset me. Like, you have the directors culture. You have the directors from Endgame that when they were
the Russo brothers.
Yeah, the Russo brothers. When people were asked, like, they asked people to try to guess the name, and a kid said, "Is it Endgame?" And they said no, and their excuse was because he said it as two words. They had Endgame as one. Like, this is something culture they do, right? They protect the film, but he did it in a dick way.
Well, no, I mean, you can just, all you can say is that's not what's written, and you didn't, and just leave it at that and be like, no, that's not quite exactly what we're going for here. We're trying to leave He-Man as a central element of the story. He could have said all of the similar things in a much more pleasant way, but then he went after
Clownfish,
Clownfish, and anybody else that was like on that same train. Yeah. And it's really disappointing. I mean, right? So let's talk real quickly. Do you realize that Knucklehead, who's finally winding up his press conference for this bullshit, or at least it looks like it, he has 551,000 subscribers on YouTube, and he barely mustered 2,500 people to watch him.
And most just did it for what reason?
They were hate watching this dude, and he turned off comments. I mean, here's the thing. So he's streaming on multiple platforms or whatever social media. He has 47 likes on Facebook and 11 upvotes on Reddit, and for whatever reason the mentions aren't loading on Twitter. But he doesn't even do any of this stuff the right way, because his SEO score, that's search engine optimization score, is 10.
That's what you see on your
it's 10?
Yeah, 10.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wow.
So he has less savvy when it comes to search engines than Mad Martigan. And that's a lot. Yeah. Yeah, and beyond that, here's the thing. Right now, there's 2,576 people or 2,600 people watching him or so. He has 2,500 plus downvotes and 1.2K up.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah,
so I mean, literally double downvotes. That is insane.
And you could argue that it's probably a ratio.
Oh, it's a ratio.
It's definitely a ratio. It's a definite ratio.
Well, you know what? I think that this is the bigger thing for Kevin Smith and his ridiculousness. Oh, wait a minute. I think we got Kevin Smith on. Right. Kevin, what do you have to say to all the fans that have said that what you did to their favorite show is just trash?
And you know what? I'm just going to.
But you know what? I think the most important thing here is that what is this going to do to his Clerks 3 movie that's going to come out? I mean, if people are already this inflamed with him over this nonsense, how is that going to wind up ratioing that movie before it even comes out?
Oof.
I love how many people in the chat agree with culture. They're like, "Oh wow, worse than Mad." Oh, so,
well, I mean, that was a compliment, dude. That's called a backhanded compliment. You should just say thank you.
Move on. Maybe you'll get a couple
about it.
Well, maybe you'll get a couple, I don't know, subscribers actually watch you.
We have a couple that watch.
Well, they watch culture.
Yeah.
Oh, and Matt Barber. Matt Barber's really good.
That's not his name. I'm Mad Martigan. He is 14 Barber. Our channel,
Mad Barber.
Mad Barber Entertainment.
He is Mad Barber. There's no doubt
He's
about
not.
it.
He's a Mad Barber. He's so hot too. He's really hot.
He is, you know, and you know,
I'm still getting used to the new hair color.
it's fine. You know what? At least he can now make blonde jokes, because unless you look like whoever you're making fun of, you can't do it.
So, has anybody ever heard their
culture? You can identify as blonde.
But yeah, that's
I want to.
Hold on. Time out. I just want to read a couple of people in the chat. So we got this one that says from Cavatinho Cavaleria Man Jay. I always screw up his name. There is also a movie that Prince commissioned Kevin Smith to make that was very religious. It has been in Prince's vault as of today. Only a few people have watched it. I've never heard of that. I would love to know if that's true. It's just a movie that Prince had to make that no one has ever seen.
Oh yeah, I think I've heard him talk about that before.
Really?
Maybe.
TT, who's familiar. Yeah, I've never heard of it. TT, who's giving us a running commentary on the numbers, he still thinks he has not lied in any way. That is sad.
Well, he's lying.
I mean, look at
when
this.
He says that. I mean,
well, I brought this up for a reason, guys. This is Clownfish TV. This is their website. They're that good that they have a website. And this is March 12th, 2020. And it says Netflix He-Man rumors shot down by Kevin Smith on Twitter. So they already, before March 12th of 2020, Clownfish came out and said this show is going to be about Teela, not He-Man. So it's over a year and a half almost. And this motherfucker's like playing it off like it's no big deal.
And here's the thing. They didn't, like Neon and Geeky, they didn't want this to fail. They wanted this to be good.
Right.
So this was
honestly, Makani, who wanted it to fail? I mean, honestly, nobody did. I think a lot of it, well, shut up, Mad. Nobody cares what you think. But honestly, I think most of us seen those original artwork that they were sending out for, and a lot of us thought this looks good. This looks like they might actually do something good with the franchise again. And then,
yeah, it's pathetic.
I've said this.
We were all hoping those rumors weren't true. We were all wishing those rumors weren't true.
No, like I've said this multiple times. I'm going to keep saying it. Like I cheer these things on. Yes, keep doing it. You know what I mean? Keep making this shit cuckoo bananas because it gives content to so many of our friends here on YouTube. Because think about where we would be without The Last Jedi. You know, like.
Think of where we'd be without.
You have a point there, Matt. This has become the new Last Jedi. This has become, and Kevin Smith is the new Brie Larson.
Yeah, this is awesome, guys. Like, come on.
Okay.
Sorry. Go on.
No, because I'm thinking about it and I'm like, you know what, Kevin, you wouldn't be getting this much shit right now if you just kept your mouth shut.
Yeah.
That's all you had to do.
You know,
keep your freaking mouth shut.
He came after them. He responded. He did. You're absolutely right. He did not have to respond to Clownfish. He could have just let it go. Kept his mouth shut, and what did he do? He freaking fired back at them, calling them
liars when he was the liar the whole time.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. And then you got people like this. You got people out there that literally, like, I'm sorry. To me, this is shilling. Kevin Smith made a new He-Man show for Netflix. It rules. Seriously, this is so good by Adam Rosenberg.
Okay.
Scott, no, you wanted to see shilling if you were watching Kevin Smith's little live stream over there.
Oh, his little buddy next to him?
The guy who, I don't guess he paid to come on and speak, and he says, oh, there's like 130 other He-Man and the Masters of the Universe episodes. If you don't like these 5, you could just go watch them.
Was that the guy that played Orca? The guy who played Orca,
yes.
Right? Well, he didn't pay. It was everybody in the audience that freaking paid.
Was that the guy who played Orca? I don't know. They had him in the center screen because they had Kevin on one side, they had the other guy on the other side, and they put somebody in the center screen.
That wasn't that guy. Okay, my bad.
So you now have voice actors who are attacking the fans, who are being vitriolic towards the fans. And people who have the concerns now. That's where we're going to now.
Like Z level.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? The only person I think I have even an ounce of respect for out of this entire cast is Sarah Michelle Gellar, because I heard an interview of her that said that she heard all the complaints, she's heard all the concerns, she's just optimistic about how this is going to turn out. And
because it's her show, I give her respect for that.
Well,
she's an actress. What?
She called all the fans something. I forgot what word she used.
Oh, really? Well, don't forget who her husband is.
Yeah.
Yeah, brah. If you don't know what Jedis know, like I learned from the guy who learned from the guy who knows a guy who knows George Lucas. So whatever, brah, bring it.
Okay, I still love Freddie Prinze Jr. and Summer Catch, by the way. It's a great movie.
Wow, and, what a shitty movie that I love to watch, though, when it's on.
It's on HBO Max. You can watch that.
Is it on right now? Oh, I'm downloading that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, what a terrible actor, too, when he's eating the ice cream and he's so like, bad. What? There's ice cream on my face?
Yes.
Worst part of any movie. You have the hottest chick. You have one of the hot, Jessica Biel, and he couldn't even make it look like he was straight.
He couldn't even, like, he was in his face the whole movie.
Yeah, it's worse than wow. Yeah, wait a minute, let me bring it up. What is his face? All right, show me Summer Catch angry face. Okay, show me Summer Catch I'm excited to meet this girl face. Okay, show me Summer Catch I just threw a perfect shutout. Perfect no-hitter. Oh, okay, good. Summer Catch, the lady was going to sleep with me, but she ended up sleeping with the other guy. Okay, wow, little range.
Range, dude.
That is range. That is some range.
You like that culture?
I did.
I want to hear your voice.
I think it's amazing. Mad Martigan has the same range as bro.
It was so bad, and I love it so much. Like everything around him was great.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
There was like so many good bits in that movie. Sorry, talking way too much about Summer Catch, but
no. Summer Catch was fine. That's how we roll here.
Yeah,
bro.
But Sarah Michelle Gellar, like, was talking about how, like, you know, in the original series cartoon, like they put all the women were sidelined.
Bro.
You know,
bro.
How were they sidelined?
I don't know. I didn't say this.
Bro.
It was her.
No. That's me. It's the same thing we're seeing with. It's the same thing we kind of saw with the whole She-Ra announcement, that you had not only a lot of the good portion of the cast going after the fans of the original cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And you're seeing similar to here, except the difference is that I doubt Masters of the Universe is going to produce that many like stands of, you know, Masters of that show as we got with She-Ra.
Well, I want to know who is backing Clerks 3. Okay, I want to know who's backing that. Does it have anything to do with anybody producing this He-Man show? Because that's my question. Did he once again, you know, suck at the teat like he did when he cried for the Rise of Skywalker? Oh, it's so amazing. There, you knew he was a liar. He lied about being a fan of He-Man. He admitted to that pretty much.
He admitted it on that comic book series that he used to have, Scott.
Yeah. I wonder if I could run this. I wonder if I could run this this tweet from the Sentinel with this guy talking. Screw it. I'm gonna try it. Whatever. They'll copyright claim my shit anyways. They always do. So let me share this real quick.
And by the way,
played in small segments.
And by the way,
yeah, go ahead.
I do not care if you guys show this to Kevin Smith, because I will happily shout it out. Right, I will happily say it to the masses.
Yeah. Oh no, dude, Kevin Smith doesn't care.
So go ahead.
Is Kevin gonna see this? Like, again, Red State was genius level
and I love Chasing Amy. All right, let's listen to this. It might be a little crackly.
Oh, hey there. I just want to put out there that, you know, there's 130 other episodes of Masters of the Universe that people can watch if they don't like Year 5.
What's wrong with it?
Look at I'm going to point at Kevin Smith because I want to be in the next show he's on, because I'm Griffin Newman and this douchebag below. Why do you have to go there? Why do you go there?
Look at the face on Kevin Smith. Like he looks like the bag man that he handed somebody the money to say something. Look at him.
Can I just point out that whoever let him wear that robe, I don't know what he's wearing. Is it a jacket? Is it a blazer? I don't know. But whoever let him wear that with that color background, it makes his neck look so tiny.
Yeah, dude, that's his thing, the hat backward. Hey, I'm still from Jersey. You're not, dude. You are so Hollywood. It really makes me sad. It makes me sad.
It's even worse because look at
congrats, Rennie.
Look at what happened with the makeup that they made him wear so he doesn't look like he's dying.
Yeah, man, he does look bad for a guy who's supposed to be healthy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you go pure crazy nut bar soyness, you end up looking like that.
Right. Yeah, you're not He-Man when you need somebody else to stroke your sword. You're right, Jacob.
I thought you said okay.
I stroke my own sword.
Yeah, it's just the same. It's the same attitude that we see from comic pros on Twitter all the time.
Right.
It's the same attitude, the same vitriol towards the fans, not even addressing or even taking any concerns that fans may have the show and taking them out of context.
Right. I'm so done with it, guys. I'm done with Hollywood treating us like shit because we want them to make good product. We want good stories. My bad.
And guess what? And I'm gonna say this right now. And to anybody who wants to make statements about us and what we're talking shit about him, guess what happens if this thing falls apart?
Right.
Who is he gonna who's the first thing they're gonna blame it on?
They already did though, Mark. They already did. He already started blaming all the fans, saying that they were just downvoting it just to be hateful. He already did.
I just want to put this out here. Ryan Kinel of RK Outpost for $5. I'm almost home. So I told you he might show up.
Well, I
told you. And he's paying me to come on.
Don't go because you fucking lied. You fucking lied straight to our faces.
All right, let's play a little bit more of this. Hold on. Where is it? I have it somewhere. I know I have this.
You can do it.
Wait, hold on, real quick. Why does his audio sound so shit when you can see he has a mic in front of him?
Yeah, I don't get that either. It looks like a decent mic too. Okay, here we go.
You didn't go and take their DVDs away. I went through this as a big Star Wars fan when Disney erased.
Oh, God.
I thought you would like this one. I thought it was pertinent to the type of mentality of the people that would actually defend this kind of crap from somebody like Kevin Smith. And, I think it's really funny in the beginning. Griffin is actually pointing to him. It's like, hey, who paid this guy to say this shit? Kevin did.
Well, Griffin, no, he's not just pointing at him for that. He's pointing at him like we've talked about this behind the scenes. How many times? How many times have we talked about people suck? Oh, I hate this guy.
Look, wait, Griffin, whatever his name is, Newman. Did he? Wait, what's the Dynamite? What's his name?
Napoleon.
Oh yeah, he looks like the brother. He looks like the brother.
Yeah.
He hasn't aged a day since that movie.
He looks like the brother. He should right there instead of pointing. He should have gone yes. All right, let's listen to this a little bit more.
I was a big Star Wars fan when Disney.
Oh, he's going to talk about the Timothy Zahn book.
Universe, and I was like, my Timothy Zahn book is still on the shelf. I can go read it. They didn't.
Ooh, look at me pulling out the legends as they call it, the EU. I know what I'm talking about. Ooh.
Come here.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He missed the entire point. It's not the point of that you still have those copies available and that they're still around. The point is what they did to everything that we had become accustomed to being able to see and be able to consume. That's the point that these soy-based bastards miss.
And by the way, buddy, that little stink you're saying that we still have the Timmy Zahn books. Yeah, you guys are trying to erase history.
Right.
Oh,
you guys are doing it on purpose.
You
guys are purposely trying to erase canon.
Yep.
Didn't they just announce that they're going to have Zahn in this series coming up?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Here we go.
My Timothy Zahn book is still on the shelf. I can go read it. They didn't come here and take it. So I'm sure in those 130 episodes there were some episodes that people didn't like, and you just don't rewatch them.
Oh, hey there.
What a douche.
Go fuck yourself.
He is like, why doesn't he just turn around and blow Kevin Smith? Because that's what he was just doing right
How
there.
do you know he didn't?
Well, I mean, maybe digitally, but he was at a different location.
Maybe that's the only reason that Kevin Smith isn't crying through that whole thing.
That explains
Guys-
the audio issues.
Guys, United Comics Universe, UCU. This guy's been working as long. I think we started our channels about the same time. He's really a good dude. Always has some fun stuff on. Dresses up like a, I want to just say funkadelic character when he does some live streams. If you can, please just take the time to subscribe to him. He's a content creator. He doesn't bitch as much as us. He actually has more love for everything. He tries to find the good in everything, and I appreciate that in him. So guys, make sure you guys give him a subscription. Let's try to get him. I think he's in the 300s. Let's get him up to the 400s if we can. So thank you for stopping by, brother. But we're going to keep going and bash
Jayne
the shit
Theory's
out
in
of
the
this.
chat too.
Oh, we got, dude, I am so far back on the chat. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, hey, Jayne.
Hey, Jayne.
Where is the Jayne Theory?
Hey, Jayne.
There she is.
10:21.
Fire! Thank you, Jayne. So, what can we do? I mean, you know, I stopped watching this, like you said, Culture, because I don't want to support even to like review things like this. I don't want to support this shit anymore by watching it. What do we do?
Eat peppered bacon.
I said Culture.
Bacon.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Eat peppered bacon and chocolate, and you know, enjoy your glass of wine, and stop supporting it when you know something's going to be intersectional or woke or whatever, you know, buzzword crazy narrative junk.
Right.
Just don't even bother to watch it. Make those numbers so bad that you're not even hate watching it.
Strong disagree.
All right.
course.
So what do you have to say?
Well, one, like it kind of have to watch it.
You can't,
so
wait. Are you disagreeing about the bacon, the chocolate?
No, who's going to disagree about bacon? What is wrong with you? No,
this is special bacon. This is peppered bacon. Have you had peppered bacon?
So
yes,
good,
I've had
dude.
paper bacon before. Culture. I
don't know, dude.
Born
You
and
live
raised in Texas. We've had bacon. Like
no, not peppered bacon. You guys don't.
It's a special type of bacon.
Oh, right. Yeah, no one ever thought about putting bacon on it in Texas. Anyway, no, what I'm saying is like I personally kind of feel obligated to watch some of this shit like Loki, so that way when I come on these panels, I can have something to contribute. You know what I mean?
And I feel the same way, dude.
Yeah,
I feel the same way.
I skipped this one entirely,
Same,
but
same.
I went and watched Ted Lasso instead, which is a great show. Holy shit! And it's you think that it would be woke, it would be like this shit, but it's actually not. And there was a great moment in one of the episodes from the first season where basically one of the female characters is like, my ex-husband was so horrible, but in the British accent, right? He did this, he did that. And her friend, who was also a female, said, yeah, your ex-husband was an asshole, but you did these things. You know, he may have put you in an ivory tower or whatever, but you walked every step up to the top. And I was like, holy shit, she's getting called out. You know what I mean? While
About
still saying,
time,
yes,
right?
the dude's an asshole, but
Right.
you are responsible for your own decisions as well. And it blew my fucking mind.
Isn't that
You know what I
crazy?
mean?
Like actually going that route. Like we don't
Yes.
see that enough. Like Critical Drinker had a great video about the Tomorrow War. Because it's not a good movie, but it's a great movie to watch. You know why? Because they're not trying to tell me I'm a piece of shit. They're not trying to force some ideology on me.
Yeah.
It's just an action film with a lot of mistakes, a lot of time travel mistakes, but I enjoyed every minute of it because I didn't feel like I was a bad human being after I watched it.
Well, Scott, you could look at some of those older movies like RoboCop. You know, RoboCop inherently, if you look at it, production value and the way it was filmed, it was a bad movie, but it was a fun movie to watch because of the story.
Right.
So
it was hard to watch when that dude exploded. Ugh. But
anybody else tell me is Dune doomed? I
don't think so.
I thought the
liked
trailer
that
looked
last
good.
Trailer. I thought it was too long, but I liked it.
Yeah, is it going to be a story about her teaching him the ways and like I don't know. It looked good to me. I don't know. I don't want to.
It came off a little too like MCU quippy for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I hear what you're saying.
I think that was on purpose though, because I know Nerd Cookies. I was able to talk to them a little bit on Culture Show on Sundays, but I was like, there is such a niche like fan group, you know what I mean, to expand it for to justify all the money they've put into it. I think they may have had to MCU it up a little bit with the quips. Does that make sense?
No,
to kind of give it a more larger appeal.
I know Makini has something to say, but I agree with you on that. Makini, everybody wants to see your picture a little bit better, but what do you have to say about that?
I want to take a little detour for a second. Do you guys remember when in the like the tie-in comics they made who was like He-Man's father, like the whole like the all-father of like the universe, they race swapped him, and when a fan asked, the writer said that, you know, if we make new black characters, they'll be forgettable,
right?
And for that, and this is coming from a fan who was black.
Right.
Who told him that? Who asked him why not make new characters instead of race swapping?
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. Keep going, Maka.
And it's like your statement just proved a point, because you're not putting any effort into it. Then what's the point of race swapping? If people are not going to gel with newly created characters, then why are you race swapping or existing ones? Because the answer is simple. It's not that we don't think that the new characters will be popular. It's you.
Right.
You don't think that.
Right. You're right. You're right.
Wait a minute. What the king thing? Who are they saying exactly he's supposed to be?
He was race swapped for a black character.
No,
right,
the name.
I forgot the name. I think it was like Prince Adam's father or something like that.
No, his grandfather, I thought.
Grandfather, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that okay? All right.
Yeah, it wasn't the father, it was a grandparent.
Yeah, I thought originally they were trying to say somebody who was a past incarnation of He-Man.
No. They didn't go Doctor Who on our ass.
And the thing is that nobody brings up. Yeah, it's like I hear very people complaining about Teela's companion being not only just race swap but gender swap. And Grace Randolph makes a great point. It was like, what you're doing with this, because it's hitting those same beats, that you're just queer baiting.
Yeah. It's
actually,
look at Skywalker. Look at Star Wars.
Makini. It was a female. Andra was a female in the original.
Okay, so it was
she was a redheaded female in the orial comic book series.
Another redhead.
We got rid of that redhead.
Another redhead.
Get rid of all of them.
It's just like you're not putting the effort.
No.
You're not putting in the effort. You're showing that you're not caring. You're showing that this is just a virtue signal the whole time, and it's not working because it more or less a lot of the race swaps are just race swaps,
right,
without any form of character, any other character that make us actually compelling.
Can I ask a question about that though? Like what like would it even be a thing if it was not a known character? Like, let's say they race swap a character from some type of IP that like nobody really knows about whatsoever. Very small group, right?
Mm-hmm.
There would be nobody complaining about it because nobody would know. So do you think some of this is just like because we have knowledge?
Right.
Well, you know what?
It's absolutely. It feels like it really feels like a lot of it is just under obligation. I feel like and I think this goes out to a lot of properties that the race swaps and the gender swaps are just under obligation. There really is no other reason to do it. They're just doing it under obligation because everybody else is doing it.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing with a lot of those characters, and this is the thing that they miss, because when they actually created that line, they didn't have a whole lot of black characters initially at first, and damn sure wasn't any in the cartoon until they came up with Clamp Champ. And he was like one of the first like really serious black characters that they had in the Masters of the Universe franchise. Did everybody just like overlook that character because he was black and he was just added and he was brand new? No, a lot of people actually liked that character when he was introduced.
Right.
So the fact that they're trying to say that no, they just can't introduce a new black character because nobody would accept it is absolutely a line of fucking bullshit.
It has to be a good black character. But let me introduce some new people here. We have Paulie, the Latino Slant. Well, he got here first. Let me introduce him first.
Okay,
Paulie,
I want to talk about.
Oh my God, culture
down here, or this girl down here when we get a chance.
Whoa. If it's not drunk, he doesn't talk nice about him, I guess. What's up? No sees Wokoso?
Says the guy with the long hair to the guest.
Right. Thank you.
Don't you know how to treat Ryan, man?
Well, he wouldn't, Paulie, he wouldn't have done this on my own show.
What's up, big dog?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Ryan's responsible.
Hey, Ryan.
Ryan is responsible for me, almost single-handedly.
That's true. I accept all blame, actually, for
man.
Culture Casino. No, that's not true.
You radicalized
I would take
culture.
all of the credit and none of the blame. How about that?
That's better.
I sincerely, I think everybody, basically, that's what this show is just giving Scott a lot of shit. But to be completely
It really
serious,
is.
a big apology. I was supposed to be here about an hour ago. I had a couple of things come up. I was late getting back. So big apology from me to you personally, Scott.
No worries, man. Thank you for being here.
I'm sorry I'm late, man, but I'm glad.
No, the best part is that when I went back just a little bit ago and read your response, you said I might be able to make it. I said, oh shit, I took that as he said he was making it. So I was like, fuck, I'm going with it already. Who cares?
Yeah, I was. You tagged me in the tweet, and I was in the title of the stream. So
Yeah,
I'm like, fuck.
so I was like,
better fucking be there.
I read it after that. I'm like, fuck it. If he doesn't show up, I'll turn it into something. But thank you for being here, man. What do you think about He-Man? I know you watched all 5 episodes. What do you think?
Yeah, so I watched all 5 episodes. I have been very aware. My Nerdy Home clipped a bunch of the stuff that Kevin Smith said and has been tweeting it out there as well. I tuned in for a little bit of his stream, wanted to comment, but couldn't for some reason.
Funny, huh?
I was able to leave a dislike, though. So the biggest problem with this entire show, there's a lot of problems, but the biggest one of the reason that all this backlash is there is because they sold it as something that it was not. I don't care what Kevin Smith says about his explanation. And I said this. I said people are going to say, and he is going to say, well, I wasn't really lying, man.
Right.
He-Man doesn't step aside. He just dies twice, right? Like, you knew they were going to use that. But there is a follow-up tweet about 2 months after that initial one where he retweets Clownfish talking about a Screen Rant article.
Yep.
When he says Tila is just as present as ever, but the show is literally about He-Man.
Yes, I remember that.
But that's a fucking lie. Now, we haven't seen the last part of it, but you released this show in essentially 2 seasons. Mm-hmm. This first part 1 was definitively about Tila. If you want to say there's parts of the He-Man element in there, for sure, but this show is about Tila and her journey. So that is a fucking lie.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are other problems with this show, but bad shows get made every day.
Yep.
Every day bad shows get made. Every day bad decisions get made. Mistakes get made. You don't have this reaction, though. The reason you're having this reaction is because the fans feel like they were specifically lied to repeatedly by Kevin Smith.
And do you think also, Ryan, it's because of, I'm not blaming the coof, but it took so long for this to actually be launched. I mean, I showed an article before. It was later in the Clownfish argument, and that was like March 12th, 2020. So this lie has been just growing for over a year and a half. And I think that's why the force of just the backlash on this, because we all knew it was going to happen, just like Taskmaster. We all knew it was going to be a woman, just like Endgame was. The guy said Endgame, and they said, no, that's not the name. Oh, because we put it as 1, you said it as 2 words. Like,
no, I don't think those 2 things. I don't think you can compare those 2 things. I think like a lot of times with like what the Russo brothers did, they did that to protect what it was, but not viciously or not like directly towards like the fans in a negative way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and the big thing that Kevin Smith did differently is when he got caught up in the lies, he doubled down on them.
Yeah.
Because people were coming out with all the proof that, hey, you said that you didn't care about this series to begin with, that you hated He-Man. And while he was saying he loved it and he was going to pay respect to the characters, and he did the complete opposite. Right. And that's the part that pissed people off.
And
real quick, let me go.
I just said this is 2021. Like, this is 2021. Spoilers are a thing that is something that happens. You get asked about shit all the time.
Yep.
The right thing to do is to not talk about it.
And he came out and talked about it. He didn't have to respond to that, did he? He did not have to respond to that tweet. He was the one that came after Clownfish. It wasn't them going after him.
And they're not on the same level, by the way. Like, he's punching down at that point. And because they're like what, 250, I think, maybe like somewhere around there now. But back then, they were half of that, and you go out of your way.
206,000.
Yeah, they weren't even quite 100,000 at that point.
Yeah,
not yet.
Which is criminal because their content is amazing.
Oh, they're great. Yeah, and individually they're incredible. They had to restart because think about where they were before, and they had to create the whole new thing, including Pirates and Princesses. So good on them for doubling, going back at it themselves. But
Hold on. This is like in Force Awakens, right? There were rumors out there. There were stuff. Oh, Han's going to die. Oh, Han's going to die, right? We all hate what Lucasfilm fucking did to the entire sequel trilogy. But what if J.J. Abrams had come out a year before this happened and been like, no, man, Han Solo, he's the heart of the movie. He doesn't die at all in any way, shape, or form. These guys are full of shit. And then you go to the movie and he dies, and he's like, "Oh man, we're just trying to protect the story, bro."
Right? Exactly.
Well, that's exactly what, because people were comparing Kevin Smith to Ryan Johnson, and I said, no, Ryan Johnson never came out and lied, saying that Luke is, the centerpiece to The Last Jedi. It's much worse. He didn't actively attack.
Right? He actually. Well, he did, but he told us he was going to do that.
Damn, though.
He told us he was honest.
He was honest as shit.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, but he's always told people just as much of a piece of shit as he is. Yeah. We were just surprised about Kevin Smith becoming a giant piece of shit. Or maybe he's been that way all along, but I don't think that's true. Like I said, soy gets into you in a way that you are just not ready for as a male.
He has changed, man. Like, let me read these super chats, but before that,
the super sticker, dude.
Yeah, the super sticker too. The thing about Kevin Smith is he was one of the big cats in the early 90s that changed from the cheese of the 80s to the Quentin Tarantino and the Rodriguez and him. Like, they changed movies. He did it in a comic way as Quentin did it in his, like, movie bending, taking
hey, Scott, that's because he was one of us at that time.
He was. But Lola Meatz for $20 super sticker. It's saying number one. Thank you, Lola. I appreciate that. I really do.
By the by, Scott.
What?
If you could share this real quick, I'm going to share it with you.
I will. I just two more of these because I don't have many.
Go.
Larry, what a great guy for $2. It's called fanficking.
Fanficking, yeah.
Yeah, fanficking established character. Yuck. Yes, you are absolutely right. And Glinzer, these wokester think race and gender swapping is like pulling down a statue. They think they can make the past disappear. Nope. It's not even that. They just don't think about the effect on the. All right, so take what Jayne and I have talked about multiple times. The new House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones prequel, they race swapped a character, the Sea Snake. Now, I don't care that they race swap somebody, but first of all, he's a Valerian, which they're supposed to be white elf-like god type people, but they switch somebody of this race that affects a paternity claim 2 generations later. Well, now you don't have a pure white race. It's so hard to.
Oh, you better be careful.
Oh, really?
Words you're starting to
yeah, I know. I kind of fucked that up a little bit.
No, like the race swapping thing is a.
Go ahead.
Matt, finish.
Has a lot to do with the equity. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
The reason why you're gonna swap out the white Captain America with a black Captain America is because, well, it's not fair because Captain America's had so much more time to establish. That's why we can't make original diverse characters, because they'll be starting so far behind and they won't be able to see over the fence to see the baseball game.
Except you ignore the fact that you've actually made a diverse character who had a lot of growth, who had a lot of development in Falcon.
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
even was his own.
Yeah, no,
nope.
None of that's the way it is. You're right, Makini. We've had diverse characters forever. They were properly created, they were properly represented, and they just don't know how to do it because they're not creatives. These people are fucking. Yeah.
It's this absolute. It's this wanting to be the first to do it, wanting to be the one who pioneered it, which makes y'all look ignorant. Mm-hmm. It looks ignorant.
That looks dope, though.
Well, I mean,
I've been distracted by that ever since he fucking turned it.
Just look at it, man.
Look at that, man. That is his first try at freaking Batman. It's freaking amazing.
Show him a little bit more. There you go.
I'm gonna come.
He's putting it up for a silent auction when he's done.
That has to be the best compliment I've ever heard.
Yeah. Like, it looks fucking awesome, dude.
It's gorgeous.
Awesome.
You know what, though, Scott? I mean, here's another thing that these idiots missed when they said that, we can't make brand new characters because they're not going to be received. Did that stop Todd McFarlane when he made Spawn?
No,
because there was a character that blew up. There was another character that was a minority figure. Yeah, he was black. Why didn't he fail? Why was he not poorly received? I mean, it's just such a line of nonsense.
And, he was voiced by Keith David. So.
Guys, spoilers ahead for anything we talk about. So yes, Mage Grey Wolf, spoil it as much as you want in the chat.
Yeah, every character, if you create a character right now, it's hard. Like they don't just because you make a white character, they're not going to be successful. Like every new character, doesn't matter what their skin color is going to be tough. Like you have a lot of failed characters, failed comic book, failed storylines over the years. Not all of them resonate with people for a variety of different reasons.
No, guys, Ryan, you ain't lying. I had a whole box of number ones, because back in the day, if you were a comic book collector, you would pick up every single number one of every new character that would come out, and you'd put it aside, hoping that, well, maybe one day this would be worth something. I had a whole stack of them that were worth absolutely nothing.
Right.
And it was a diverse display of characters. They're right across the board. It didn't matter if the story writing is good, if the characters are good and compelling, they're going to succeed.
Yeah, and you could have a Green Lantern run that's great because it's written well and great art, and then you know what? A year later, you can have a Green Lantern run that's fucking dog shit that no one wants.
Absolutely,
like it is so much deeper for every single person than just skin color.
Yes,
like for 99% of people, it's crazy that they will continue to obfuscate the blame by saying, oh, well, they just don't like women. They just don't like black people in their shows. Because that's what the excuses will inevitably be. You saw that in this live stream.
Right. And you know what bothers me too, real quick, and then we'll go to you, Culture, is that, like, I know a lot of guys on YouTube, a lot of friends in real life that grew up and they're either Latino or black, and they connected with Daredevil or they connected with Spider-Man, and it wasn't because he's a white guy. It's because they connected with what they read or what they saw on TV or in the movies. And that's what you need to do when you create new things. Instead of hijacking what we love, create a new character like you were talking about, Tommy, inside the Masters of the Universe world that people can fall in love with, instead of turning Tila into a man, Prince Adam into more of a cuck than he could ever be imagined, and He-Man into just a fucking loser. What were you gonna say there, Culture? You gonna play this?
No, this is Jeremy of Geeks and Gamers, who I don't know.
We know him.
Oh, is he coming to us with another video?
Yeah, he did. He did a really good job with this one. And it's interesting to me. Do you remember how many likes Kevin Smith managed in his 551,000 subscriber channel during his
1.2?
Yeah. Look at our boy here inside of just this thing has not been out
45 minutes.
Yeah. He's got 1.7. He's only got 31
dislikes. That's great. Hey, send him my way, man. What the fuck?
But that's the point is, he's got 13,000 people that have seen his video, which is probably more than have seen the live stream of Mr. Kevin Smith. And he's just a little over half of the subscribers of Mr. Kevin Smith. Right. And this is just one of his channels. Right. And, you look at it and even his SEO score is better than Kevin Smith's search engine optimization score. Kevin had 10. Even Jeremy has 25. Again, both Jeremy's much better than Mad, but both Jeremy and Mad Martigan have better SEO scores than Kevin Smith.
I'm not sure if that's correct. I don't know what an SEO score is.
Yeah, check mine. Just don't check my credit score. Paulie, what do you it's hard to get in here sometime. Yeah, what's your SEO score and what do you think, Paulie?
Well, the conversation is kind of all over the place.
Yes, we are.
From what I'm hearing, right? But with He-Man, I'm absolutely with you guys. it was. I think I'm in the 4th or 5th. It's so boring and bad. I don't even know what episode it is. You know, I am not a big He-Man fan to begin with, but it's like, man, this is just bad. I don't even know what episode it is.
So you're just as qualified as Kevin Smith to run the show, it sounds like.
I wanted to see it obviously because, you know, the community we're in. But you know, I was, what is this? Like, what am I watching?
What is going
on? This is not a cartoon for kids. Like this is there's you know, like, and if you are trying to go with the Tila show, why don't you just make it the Tila show and not be any deceptive about it with any of your pre-packaging material and your previews. You know, but I've gotten a couple of calls, and one of the guys is filmmaker, and he's going to come on our Midnight's Edge Espanol, and he's got a lot of guts to come on because he's going to tell us why it's good and why we need to stick with it.
Oh, good you know what? I respect that though, Paul.
I do, and I respect him because I've seen his films, and you know, like, you know, and he's a young guy. He's a young filmmaker. You know, so this kid's got vision, and he grew up like he's that generation. He grew up, you know.
Okay.
You know, so I'm really interested to, you know, to get that conversation between him and Geek Tropology would be
when do we get that? What is that?
Tuesday morning.
Ooh, and mark your calendars, guys.
Yeah, and I do want to thank Kevin Smith, because without him, Midnight's Edge Espanol would not have hit. We've hit new heights in the last 48 hours.
That's what I've been saying.
Let me tell you guys, the level of comments from Latin America.
Wow, really?
In Spanish, in regards to their He-Man, makes Ryan's comments, Ryan's outrages, Ryan's rants like kitty time. I couldn't believe the shit I was reading in Spanish. I was like, what? Oh my God.
It's been thrown.
You know, I've been thinking about changing.
It's pretty. I'm sorry. I've waited this whole time. Let me just finish.
Go ahead.
Matt, shut up.
That's what I was doing.
I was really floored because Geek Tropology had warned me on the loyalty that the fans from Latin America have towards Transformers, Lord of the Rings, He-Man, what's the other one? You know, Godzilla, and anime. I had no idea. Now, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, is it because you know, they're so late? They're just getting the reruns aired now in some of those countries, so it's like it's really like in the mind for them right now. Is that why?
No. I think because it is such a you got to understand.
It
Hollywood
crosses
to them,
cultural lines.
It does.
Hollywood to them is like it's the be all end all, like that.
Oh wow!
And that's what I was trying. That's what I've always said. This I had a lot of argument with Mr. H. I go, at the end of the day, the entertainment business is from Hollywood, right? Like that's the guiding. It's the beacon of light of entertainment throughout the world. And you got to understand, Ryan, it's generational. So with these Latino communities, like, it's not just one guy. It's gonna be his guy, his sons, their sons, and they're you know they're dealing
passing
with
it on,
man. And I was in shock, bro.
I think that for a lot of us that live here, we're so cynical and jaded about Hollywood in general. But for so much of the world, right, America is still this beacon, right? Like that's still like the idea of making it big in Hollywood is like still such a big thing.
But Brian, you couldn't be more right, and Paulie couldn't be more right.
Well, I'm not done yet, though.
No, we'll come. Yeah, no.
I'm just fucking with you. I don't want because
look at Culture's face. I love what
I know, dude. Yeah, calmado, mijo. You know I love you.
Oh, mijo.
It looked like his hair got a little frizzy there when he got cut off.
Hola, me llamo Pepe.
No, but you know, I think the broad strokes of race swapping characters. You know, me and Cameron, we got a lot of shit for the video for the stance we took with the Batgirl and a couple other things. But those are our views, and we hope we're in a community where we could be respectful when we disagree.
Yeah. Oh, we can accept.
Exactly.
Look, Paulie, I accept your shitty views.
Yeah,
that's when it's really important.
I love you, man.
That's when it's really important. That's when it's really important. But I think I don't know if I want to go on a deep rant because I don't agree mostly with what you guys are saying I think it's a case by case. I see your point.
Yes,
but I have other concerns.
Could you tell me one thing? If the race swap or the gender swap affects the outcome of what the canon tells us, what the storyline is, like as in the Game of Thrones one, where paternity is the biggest issue with a war that happens. I think changing that character, you could have changed somebody else. That's all.
What's the best example of a gender swap that worked for you guys? I already have my number one answer.
That worked.
That worked.
Was it Battlestar Galactica?
Wasn't a gender.
Yeah, you got it, Ryan.
Yep.
Starbucks and Battlestar Galactica.
That was good.
I'm currently rewatching Battlestar Galactica. It is an amazing feat on so many levels. But what's the most important thing about? I mean, it had the Latino lead and had this and it had that and that. Oh my God, what the fuck? What's the most important thing about it?
It's a good show.
It's a good show.
Good show, man.
And no one cared. No one cared, man.
Well, that's where we can agree. You have to have great writing. That's
number one.
That's number one.
Yep.
And you have to have really good actors, and you got to hear them. That's a rule of independent filmmaking.
I will say if that was made today in the same way with the race swaps and the gender swaps
fights,
it would be way more difficult for them to get that through and to have the positive reception because we are so sensitive to it right now because we have seen so many things because it's not done for the sake of a good story. It's done for the sake of virtue signaling. So
absolutely,
you're right, Ryan. You're right, man. Because there wasn't that virtue signaling.
You're up next, Culture.
That virtue signaling back then. At least there was something authentic woven into the vision of what they wanted to do.
Good way of putting it.
Right? Because that's the only way it works. Well, let me flip that back.
Yeah.
What's the best performance by a ginger who played a Latina?
Carrot Top in his movie.
Carrot Top?
In his movie El Carrot Topo. No, who?
Janet Goldstein.
Janet
she
Goldstein.
played Vasquez in Alien. She's a ginger.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah. That's.
Was she ginger in it, though?
No, she was.
No, she wasn't.
That movie was so dark, it was kind of hard to tell anyway. So
she had the shaved head, right? The shaved side.
It was
and
like
the spiky.
She had a big
It was.
All right.
No, Paulie,
I gotta ask Culture. No. Wait, hold your question because Culture needs to get this out. Culture, and then we'll read some super chats.
Better be worth it.
Oh my God! No, I don't know which thing. I kept getting interrupted. There's like 1,000 thoughts in my head.
No mommy's ways. No
Look,
mommy's ways.
What do I say all the time? What do I always ask? Are we just seeing ghosts here? Are we just seeing ghosts? Fuck.
Whoa. No seas woco, cabrón.
No. But that's the point. Are we just seeing ghosts? Like sometimes when we see a show, is that what we're really seeing? Because like Ryan was saying, we are constantly being challenged in every aspect of anything that's presented now. So we always are expecting this. And unfortunately, it's very predictable when it comes to stuff. I mean, if I hadn't been told directly that Taskmaster was a female and who it was, I would have been like, well, I can believe that, but I don't know how they're going to go about doing it. Right. But it's the same thing. I mean, you can read it. It's a playbook. It's like we know the moment that that unfortunately the Disney Plus shows are going to fall off the cliff. It's about 2/3 of the way through the second episode of whatever it's going to be. Right. So, I mean, you can almost write it down. For, this is the point at which the idea that they had that was good is completely abandoned in favor of something else.
Right.
Hey, brother, I'm not, and I don't want to go toe to toe with anyone on the panel.
Oh, please do. Please do.
No,
better for me.
No. Ryan's your guest, and
gonna go after
go after him. Go after him. I want to see this.
That's Mexican Iron Man's homie. I don't mess with Ryan.
And can I say one thing?
I got Ryan's back.
I'm still Paulie's got a great point, because remember back to when it was revealed for the Sasha Calais Supergirl, when we saw those photos with everybody dogging it. You know what I did?
Damn.
Oh, coming in.
I wasn't bothered by that at all.
You made her tits big, so.
And her thighs smacking.
Yeah, I think I did. You put it on Twitter? I think I.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, because I wasn't bothered by that. No. I didn't have the same opinion.
I actually was very offended by the suit.
Hey, Culture,
I thought it was great.
I wanted to get back to what you were saying right there when you're saying that people see ghosts when they're actually seeing a lot of stuff, and the same point that Ryan made. Now, I know when the Netflix series came out, when War for Cybertron came out, everybody's seen female Autobots, and those who didn't know about them from the old Sunbound cartoons, they automatically jumped on that. Oh, look, they're gender swapping the robots now. No, they already exist in canon, but most people didn't know about it, and they automatically just jumped on that train and thought, oh, well, this is the same as everything else. They're gender swapping it. No, you just didn't bother looking into it deep enough. Now, I agree with Paulie. There are circumstances where that does happen, but there's a lot of circumstances where this stuff is intentionally done. And if we don't point it out, they just continue with this to the point where they'll take every franchise that we've loved and what we loved it for, and they're probably going to destroy it.
Well, even if we do.
Well, my answer to that, Tommy, is that it's a work of fiction, right? These are fictional characters. And the more you mess with the bigger ones, right? Mm-hmm. The more, like, you can do it.
You can do it.
You can go and screw with Superman and do what you're gonna do, right? But you're probably gonna fail because it's just way too much of a rewrite. It's not gonna be the same. It's gonna be something else. And when you start doing that, then you're working from a place of
you're behind the eight ball already.
Of blinded agenda, and not from a place for where the story that matters, which comes from that writer.
Oh,
okay,
beautiful way of putting it.
I want to return very quickly to something Paulie said, because Paulie and I love to go at each other.
All right, then go at him. Go down on him as hard as you need to.
Oh, Jesus, is this a wall?
No, just shut up.
I only have a few minutes, so. Yeah. Make it good, Culture.
But Paulie's not wrong. Hollywood is revered around the world as the source of entertainment. That's not. I mean, that's unfortunately the case, and I'm saying the word "unfortunately" the case because we need alternatives to Hollywood. We need competitors for Hollywood, or else we're going to continue to get this garbage tasticness. And you still get good things out of Hollywood. But my buddy Paulie's right, and he is so right when it comes to the beacon of entertainment, that China is copying it. And you know why they feel free to jettison Hollywood and the Hollywood engine right now? Why it's okay for them to start rejecting films wholesale, and for them to stop investing in films in the United States? Because they've already stolen everything or acquired everything.
They don't call it stolen; they call it acquired over there.
Yeah.
That's what we called it in the Army too.
Essentially, duplicate it and do it the same way. So you're going to see more and more Chinese productions making it to the U.S. borders that aren't just their 2 propaganda films that they released during Centenary. So you're going to see more and more and more of those. And
all right. I love you. I hear where you're coming from.
Whatever.
I'm sorry. I got to get these before they. God, you're so fucking sensitive. I got to get these before they disappear. Son Goku, $5 impatiently waiting.
Goku.
Oh, is it like Goku? Goku, like
This is why it took
The
you.
way it's spelled in the shadow, the silhouette that you have there, like Goku. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Spaceballs. What is it?
Dragon
Sure.
Ball.
Oh, Dragon Balls.
That's
Right.
Dragon
right.
Ball, but I can read.
Look,
Pretty good.
okay, whatever, Flame Boy. I just got into anime, so right now I'm watching Black Clover. I'll get into that at some point. Impatiently waiting for some RK outrage. Me too. Jesus Christ, everybody yelling at me. Larry has become a member again. Thank you, Larry. You're a great dude. I really appreciate it, brother.
Right on.
We also have for $10 Marby Dog saying boys aren't allowed to have male heroes or male role models anymore. The gender agenda is real. I want to come back to that. Hold on, let me read the next one. Marksman of 117B for $5. Let's not dunk on fanfics writers. At least they love and respect their fandoms. Their worst sin is being trash. Kevin's is being effing a-hole. Let me just say, there's the one where there's some Star Wars like YouTube movies out there that are fucking phenomenal, dude.
Yes, they are.
They're so good.
Star Trek has the same thing called Star Trek Continues. It was done by voice actor.
Vignona.
Vic. But what do you guys feel about this? The Tomorrow World. I don't know if we talked about this before you got on or before you. But The Tomorrow War was not a great movie, but it was a great movie because I didn't feel like shit after watching it. Does that make sense?
It was a movie that was devoid of sitting there preaching to you. It wasn't a great story. It fell apart in the third act.
It really
but
did.
it was just a fun movie that you could sit around with some popcorn and then do whatever you wanted after that. You weren't upset about it.
Right.
It's not it's not screwing with some previous lore. It's an original story. It's obviously inspired by a lot of different sci-fi things, but it's something that honestly we need more of. It's something that was very prevalent in the 90s.
Yep.
Like just movies like that, that we need more of because it's just constantly something trying to send a message to you.
And I think that's why people are so sensitive, Paulie, is because every movie, and you know this, I'm not coming at you about this, but you know this as much as anybody else. It feels like every movie, I feel like somebody's trying to, yes, you're supposed to convey something to me, but these messages of like, you're wrong, we're right, is almost in everything I watch now. And that's why, like, someone tweeted, even if you have to review this shit, don't even watch it anymore. Don't even review it. It's kind of hard for us not to, but I feel that way.
And I agree. I mean, and that's why, we're surprised when we do watch something that isn't telling us what to do at all in any scene from beginning to end. Then you got to go back and watch it to like enjoy. It's like you're almost like in a constant state of your
good way
fighter
to put it.
stance where you're just like, what's up, motherfucker? Don't be throwing me that woke shit. But those I think. Listen, it's gonna, hopefully culture will back me on this. It's gonna come down to like what is really making money year after year, and look what's making money this year, man. And then look what's getting what I love about Ryan and I love about the boys at FNT, regardless of whether I agree 100% all the time, these guys are masters of pushback, and we got to support that. And you guys got to keep pushing back, keep doing your thing, man.
Yeah.
Well, I also think it's important though when we do find
you're next, Machini.
Sure.
Yep.
When we do find movies that are like of good quality, we need to highlight those. Benny Loves You is a great little independent movie out of England. That's just it's glorious. And you have Craig Zoller or S. Craig Zoller, whatever. He did Bone Tomahawk, Dragged Across Concrete, Brawl and Cell Block 99. I talk about it all the time. These movies are great. And I'm hoping to see
him name every damn time too. My God.
Huh? What?
Every time you mispronounce the guy's name, you get it wrong every time. I love
that
this
was part of it.
This is the asshole who always tells me I'm getting stuff wrong. Dick.
I do think that there's, when it comes to the question that so many of us are asking, should we watch these things? Should we even bother watching them, or should you just do a straight boycott? There's a certain line, right, where how can you be talking about something without consuming it, right? But there's also that thing where, well, we've been talking about what they're doing to Star Wars for 2 years, and then all of us line up to see Rise of Skywalker, you know, in the box office.
Right.
And, you know, there's a fine line, and I'm never going to tell anybody like what they should personally do. I have my thoughts about how you should either support or not support, boycott or not boycott. But it's a tough thing, because if we want to be critical of this, if we want to be informed, you do have to watch it. You do have to see it and call it out. But yeah.
Hey, Ryan, well, my stance on this is, if you don't really want to watch it, because a lot of times we're going to get the basis of a movie and its trailers and everything that comes out, the synopsis about the movie, and we're going to know where it's going to head in that direction, as it already is. You don't necessarily have to watch it, because with social media and everything that you can get off the internet, you could see any highlights of a show that you want to pick apart, or things that maybe you just don't disagree with. So I think you don't necessarily have to watch the full movie to be able to make your points about why you don't like it.
I hear you for that. And like, for me, it's different for everything.
Yeah.
Like this show I watched on Netflix. I don't watch things on Disney Plus. I find another way to get those, because I feel so strongly about that specific thing and what that company has done to Star Wars. You know what I mean? So like everything is a little bit different for me, and I think for everybody else, probably the same.
Yeah, you got to find the one that you have to take stances when certain things happen. Like, it's hard for me not to have Disney Plus because I have 2 little girls that love Disney. So I allow them to watch it, and I literally will find Disney Plus stuff somewhere else for me to watch it. I know that makes no sense, but I take my stance because I can't stand supporting that company anymore. Real quick, according to Christy, threw me a couple, or poop and a banana. So thank you, Christy. I'm going to slip in one of them, I guess. Yeah, I want to know what people think about, and we can keep going with He-Man and 2, but we got reports that Michael B. Jordan will be working on his black, air quotes, black Superman.
Val-Zod,
yeah, it's Val-Zod. So I am all for that, dude. I am all for that. What do you guys think?
Can I?
Go ahead.
Yeah, because I wanted to say something.
I'm sorry.
I wanted to address that super chat. Yes, let's see. I think I was catching up on YouTube yesterday while I was out. And I think it was watching one of the Clownfish TV videos yesterday. They were responding to Kevin Smith lying. And I think they said that someone, I guess one of the promoters or the marketers of the show, was saying something about He-Man being for boys, She-Ra being for girls, and wanting to market, He-Man more towards the girl side, more towards the general side. And it reminded me of, I forgot what it was. I think it was like a same thing I heard with concerning Mass Effect Trilogy Remastered. And I was like, that is the exact problem. That is the exact point. You made a mistake. You failed right there. Mm-hmm. I ask you this. With everything that's going on right now, with all the stuff that we're seeing right now in media, I ask you this question. What's wrong? What is the problem with making something that's squared to boys? Well, I know it's a serious question. Yeah. What is wrong with that?
Well, this is, go ahead, Ryan, please.
I'll tell you what the problem with all this is. And Sarah Michelle Gellar specifically, in like the after show for Master Universe, said something similar. Like, you can't deny that Star Wars primarily was marketed towards a young male audience, right? Yep. That was the primary audience. There's still a lot of women that liked it. There's still a lot of girls that liked it. There's a lot of different people that liked it. The problem is, these people that come in here and say that they're big fans of something, but we need to make it so I just didn't feel like it was marketed towards me, so we need to change it. If you liked it, why would you want to change it?
Absolutely.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, if you were a fan of He-Man, Masters of the Universe,
Bullshit.
then why would they need to make something that's more geared towards you? You liked that thing, right?
Ryan,
It appealed to you.
She's not. She wasn't a fan.
No.
Now, one of
Well, you asked the question, Makani. Let him answer it.
So one of Mrs. Slant's best friends was over the other night, and
oh yeah, is this one of those stories? All right.
No, it's not.
Oh, my bad.
She's Latina, our best friend. You know, part of the number, or what do you call it, the letter alphabet community.
Latino X.
But she's just
threesome en español.
Mande?
¿Cómo se dice threesome en español?
Or did you just watch? You just watched? That's fine.
Bro, Ryan, come on, Jesus!
I'm just trying to educate myself.
Yeah. We're not
he's like,
that wasn't about your wife.
You go get, bro. Mrs. Slant's Brazilian. She'll find out where you live.
She'll come after.
I'm moving soon. We're good.
Yeah,
we're good. That's right.
Freddie Prinze Jr. entered the building, bro.
No, right,
bro.
Really, culture.
Sorry,
bro.
And he wonders why he's never invited to the Latino Slant anymore.
Yeah.
I've been trying to learn my Spanish for that. Like I've been thinking about changing the name of street spots.
Guys, can you let Paul continue?
The point is, she doesn't go by any of the names and all that stuff. She's she's just her first name, right?
Right.
And she knows when she's a He-Man fan.
Okay.
And she walks in the living room, and I'm on episode 2 or 3, and she's like, "What are you watching?" Like, it's Master of the Universe. And she's like, "Huh? It's the new." And I explained to her. And there's Tila there, and she said, "Who's that?" And I was Tila. That's not Tila.
Oh shit.
That's not Tila.
It's true.
Like she just stood there and watched it for a minute, and she's like, "I have my Battle Cat, I have my this figure, I have my that figure."
Respect.
You know, and you're telling me you're trying to make it for women. You don't know. You're just making it for yourself and your what do you call it? Your cocktail buddies. You don't give a F about the real, it's obvious, right?
It's the bubble.
You're trying to hide behind, we're making it for girls, we're making it for this. You have no idea.
Now She-Ra is made and remade for woke SJW women, and now He-Man is made for woke SJW women.
And the thing is, Ryan, that's the thing is that you don't understand that a lot of boys' propriety can still appeal to girls and vice versa.
Yeah.
Like you look like one of the biggest I guess one of the biggest recent things is that Kevin Feige coming out I think it was Bob Iger coming out saying that when he acquired Marvel, it was okay, so we got the Disney princesses, we got something for girls, but we wanted to get Marvel because we wanted to do something for boys, but they ended up making
hold on, Makani. Culture, who is it?
No, that was actually Star Wars that he was referring to.
That's what I thought. Okay.
They were gonna when it required Star Wars, they wanted to appeal to the boy market, but unfortunately they ended up focusing on appealing to the girl market with the boys.
And that's the problem. All of these entities, Makani, all of them are being focused, like Ryan was saying, and he did it in a really funny way just a minute ago. But they are all focused on turning the male properties into chick stuff.
Yep.
But that's a recent thing, though. If you look back at this movie, Tangled, they actually made it a point to try to make it more appealing to even boys, like with the writer. I forgot the male the guy's name in that movie, but to make it more adventure-y and a little bit more action to it, but yet still have it about the princess part of it. And that was before they acquired Star Wars.
And Scott, I just wanted to finish with my friend. I just want to finish with my friend because in a way,
can I just say one quick thing?
Yeah.
Culture, take a breath. Okay, Paulie, go ahead.
In a way, by the story and those characters being so great back in the 80s and 90s, they did help a lot of people. Like my friend, like she loved Tila back then.
Right.
She
was a strong woman, correct?
Yeah, she was kicking ass.
Yep.
So I think it's that's when you start messing with story that deep.
Right.
You know, this is what you get.
And it's almost like they buy. Well, it isn't almost. It is. They buy. And we've been saying it, but they buy these IPs where there should be some heart involved in it. Like Kevin Smith lied about his heart being into He-Man. He loved He-Man. All these people that lie about it. I'd rather have like, what's that one broad that was like, when they asked her about Star Wars, was it Star Wars? And she was like, I just love every.
Yeah, I love all of them.
Leslie
Manjaw
Headland.
Yeah.
Like,
What's your favorite Star Wars movie? I'm one of those
all
people,
the Star Wars.
I don't have a favorite Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
I just want to live in the universe in perpetuity. I want to live
Please,
in
Queen
Star
Kathleen
Wars.
Kennedy, please.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yas,
talking
Queen
about.
Kathleen. Yeah.
we got nobody
I
that
don't
has
know.
heart.
Wouldn't that be living in the Star Wars universe in equity?
Oh, inequity maybe. But what I'm trying to say is like, it would have been better to take your wife's friend and let her write for this show. Because at least she knew the heart of the show. She knew Tila was there to protect Adam when he was Adam and to support He-Man when he was He-Man, but not to be, a slave to the patriarchy.
And she's a good barometer because I'll throw stuff at her, that
Right.
we tend to like go, we tend to encounter, and we have our, but she's that great, like, kind of, and I'm realizing not a normie, but like
A fan.
in a way, one of us, and yet, she's chill. It's like, she's a fan. So it's like, what do you think of this? And she'll say, So yeah, it's interesting, man.
It is.
I think that we, rather than just having someone, the biggest fan ever, just do it. Like, I think we would just all appreciate some actual honesty from these people. Because you know what?
Maybe a little talent.
If you're not, maybe you're not the biggest He-Man fan, but you know what? You're a good writer. You can craft a good story, and you surround yourself with people that do care about the property, then you can still be successful.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? If you're going about this in the right way. But the problem is that's not what these people do. Kevin Smith can do all the retconning that he wants, but at the end of the day, he told us who he was 10 years ago, that he wasn't a big He-Man fan. Yep. Then he tried to pretend like he was when all of a sudden he gets this job. Just be honest with us. If he had been honest with us from the beginning and not done all this stuff with Clownfish TV, we wouldn't be talking about it like we are. We would probably say, oh man, this is a really bad or this is a really bad show, and we'd forget about it a couple days.
It would have been over with. Yes,
Right,
that's 100% right.
And the thing is that you'll also have, and it's not just like, not making it for, it's like wanting to make it for everyone or make it for girls. You'll also have like these exact, these showrunners, these creators, these producers all say the exact same line where the original property was a boys' club and women were allowed in it. And that's such a blatant lie.
Right.
I only wish it was true. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you on that, brother. Miss Martin Muses with a rose. Thank you, me lady. I didn't know they were doing a live action Cowboy Bebop. I just started watching that, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. So there they go, screwing up something else I enjoy. Brightest Day for $2. Thank you, my friend. Way to bring together 6 panelists I respect. Well, me
Brightest.
plus 6.
Hey, Brightest.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who's
that?
did the math in my head real quick. Yeah, I was like,
it's me including 6 more. You guys are shot.
Don't do math, Martigan. Your head might explode.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
We're going to be wrapping it up, though, guys, because I have to be up at 3:30 a.m. And that's
what does that have to do with us?
It's 11 p.m. You know what, guys? Keep going if you want. I don't give a shit.
Leave it live.
I'll just leave it live.
What's the worst that could happen?
I'll just get you out first because that's why I'm scared. But thank you to everybody for coming tonight. Thank you, Ryan, for getting home at some point tonight. I appreciate that. Paulie, thank you for hearing Ryan getting here and jumping on at the same time. I know you're using me. Thank you.
This is why it took you so long to crack 1,500.
It really did. No, it's because I stopped making videos and I suck.
Did you? Really?
Yeah, I stopped. I don't make videos, dude. I haven't made a video in like. I just live stream because I have a life that outside of this. I guess I got to. I got to just start doing a lot.
Yeah, you got to crank it.
Do a lot of crank. Do a lot of cranky saying.
Yep.
So let's close it out. I know a couple of you need help with outros, so I'll let you do your outros, and hopefully you can get a couple subs. We'll start with Matt Martigan.
Well, hey there, Spork fans. It's Matt from Matt Mart. Thank you.
That was good, dude. Why'd you stop? That was brilliant.
That was really good. You
Thank you.
suck.
Yeah, check out my channel. We do fun things. And I think when Vasily Lomachenko meets up with what's his name, Tefimio, I think it's gonna be an entirely different story because the first fight, his shoulder was out, and I'm so excited for that fight. I've always been a big fan of Vasily Lomachenko. He's one of the best boxers I've ever been able to watch. Yeah. Timofibo? What were we saying? That's not cool.
What?
This Martigan. This mad Martigan. What?
I don't have time to write your whole name. You're not that important. Thank you
But
for
you
being
had time
here,
to
though.
write who?
Yeah.
It's
Mad,
3 more letters.
I don't.
1, 2, 4, 5,
3? What the fuck
five
are
more
you
letters.
talking about? You are shot.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Math in the house.
Let's go with someone with talent. Makani draws.
Okay. All right.
Let's see it. Let's see
Before I
Batman.
preface this, sorry. Here's this. If I got heated, sorry about that, guys.
Let's
So
see
anyway,
Batman. Batman.
All right. And it is
Fuck.
done. Yeah.
It's done?
It's done. Yeah.
That looks awesome, dude.
That's gorgeous, man.
So, just stay tuned for my stay tuned on my Twitter or Instagram. Thank you guys. But yeah, just stay tuned on my Twitter, Instagram. I need to get back with Valliant Renegade and some other people who could just help me set up this like silent auction because I still haven't figured it out. But yes, I will put this up at an auction. Whoever gets it, I'm gonna sign it. I'm definitely gonna sign it. I'm gonna probably gonna frame it too, and I'm gonna send it to you guys. Send it to you guys at no charge. So yeah. But yeah, so just keep an eye out. So it'll probably be sometime next week. So, but I will be posting the finished piece up soon. Other than that,
sorry.
Other than that, tomorrow after the Sunday Culture Review is, of course, Makani Live with me, Mads Bear, Bruce Lombardo, and I am Dashley. Tomorrow's theme is we're gonna try to emulate a great artist that's now long with us. His name was Frank Frazetta. So we're going to try to do some Frank Frazetta inspired art tomorrow. Of course, on Tuesday, right after the Dark Council, is Draw with Maki. It's my solo stream where we start drawing. I put on some music and you just chill out with me for Tuesday night. Of course, Thursdays is Thursdays with me, Max Bear, Rosetta Allen. That's where our spicy, sexy pinup art. That's our stream there. So go check that out if you guys want some spicy Thursday afternoon. And that's about it. Other than that, Makani Live presents Rogue Entertainment will return on next Saturday with a special guest, Mandy Summers. So that's it.
Oh man!
All right, thank you. What were you? What?
Huh? No, I was like this rivaling like that's almost as long as Culture Casinos rants at the end of.
No,
streams.
nothing is as long.
I have a lot.
Yeah,
he has a lot.
Okay.
Matt, do you really want to finish what? Can
was
somebody
there
find
anything-
your channel? Do you have
I
a
don't
channel?
know. Has anybody dropped the link? I can't. You never made me a mod, so I
No,
can't drop it.
that'll never happen. But
Nor
do you have
should
it? Do you have a channel?
Yeah. Mad
Oh,
Barber
okay.
Entertainment.
Mad Barber Entertainment. All
Yeah,
right, guys.
it's loved by 4 out of 5 people that watch it.
That was good. That was good. All right, Tommy, you got anything to say?
Hey everybody, it's Tommy in the Guinea Pig Collective, where we usually talk about old toys and some of the newer retro releases of those old toys and old movies and stuff like that. I recently did a Hordak review for the 2021 Masters of the Universe retro line. That thing actually is the kind of He-Man that we want to see. Probably going to go through the rest of the retro figures that I picked up and probably do reviews on them as well, because you know what? I want to see real He-Man. I don't want to see this fake knockoff Chinese branded He-Man that Kevin Smith is peddling right now. So remember, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or should not watch, because your silence gives consent. Thank you, you shiny blank shooting bastard.
You're welcome, buddy. I'm putting that in the chat right now for Mad what's your name again? Mad Barber? Mad Barber.
No, that's not my name. That's the channel's name. There's 2 of us.
Yes.
Whatever, man.
Thank you, Mad Barber.
There's 4 of us. What do you?
It's painful, man. That shit's
Yeah,
painful.
Paulie, I'm sorry you had to come, and
That
Ryan
shit's
too.
painful.
I apologize, guys. I couldn't get anybody better. Paulie,
Yeah. Real quick. Thank you, Scott, for the invite and to the
Always.
chat. We got a Midnight Edge Espanol. We have pre-recorded videos in Spanish, obviously, and our live streams are bilingual. We're now hitting a nice wave off this He-Man ruckus, so we're having a lot of fun over there right now. So if you can subscribe, that would be great. If you can support, if you don't know any Spanish, come to the live streams. You'll learn a little bit, but it's a grand old time.
It is.
Que pasa, mi amigos?
Biblioteca. I enjoy listening to you guys. Your acts. I wish I had, an accent like your friends.
I got one more. I'm sorry, really.
Yeah, let me bring it back up because you're so good looking.
I'm so sorry. And anyone that missed the Slant show this past Wednesday night, do yourself a favor, watch the replay. Live performances from Andy Vargas, and it's co-hosted. My best friend, and the show was co-hosted by Doomcock. He actually came on the show, and we had a badass time. That's on the Slant. Thanks a lot.
Wait, we can promote old things. Hey guys, if you haven't checked out the
stupid ass.
All right, next up we have the great Ryan Kinel of RK Outpost. Thank you for coming for a very short portion of my very short live stream.
You're welcome. I'm not going to plug any of my stuff. You guys know where you can find me. What I will do once again, if you can fucking get me on the screen.
There you are, big guy.
Is to just apologize to you, Scott, because I meant to be here an hour before I ended up showing up. But fuck Kevin Smith. Fuck Masters Universe Revelation. He's getting everything he deserves for lying to the fans. And that's the bottom line. When you lie to the fans, really no coming back from that. So
yeah, we need a new go woke grow broke thing for the fans though, because when you lie to the fans you get no ham.
What the fuck?
What?
No, it didn't work.
I just heard ham. What?
Bacon? No. Okay.
When you lie to the fans, you're gonna get slammed. There's so many different things.
There's so many ways.
You don't get the ham.
I'm hungry.
Don't get the ham.
I'm hungry, and I hate you guys. Go ahead, Culture Casino, who cries like a baby when he can't talk. So give him his chime, guys. Do not interrupt him.
Guys, I just want to say,
if you interrupt him, it's gonna be really fucked up. So let the man speak.
It's only because he has that new mic.
No llores, mijo. Duérmate, Culture.
Oh my God, he's see-through.
I
didn't even know he got a new mic. What mic is that?
Oh, trust me, you're gonna hear all about it in the great deal that he got on it.
All right. Oh, I don't know what they say there, but I love that.
We love you, Culture.
All right, Culture, whenever you're ready.
I have the great privilege of hanging out with all of these amazing
privilege, or is it privilege?
Privilege.
Okay,
hanging out with all these great people on a regular basis. God damn it! Wow.
Oh my God!
All right, please. That's enough.
But
you got to learn to talk through it, man. Come on.
Look, there's amazing humans that I get to hang out with on a regular basis, and all of them are on this panel. Well, not all of them, but many of them are. Makani, you really should subscribe to. He's incredibly talented. One of my best friends. I have made just incredible friends of all of these gentlemen here on the panel this evening. We have amazing people in the chat. I'm very blessed for that. This last year and a half could have been terrible for so many of us, and we all pushed through. So be sure to check out Mad Martigan and his channel. He does a great show called Street Smarts. I have the great privilege of being a part of. I don't know why he asked me to do it, but it's great. It's a lot of fun. We have Latino Slant, Polly. Polly is a good, despite the fact that we appear to be at odds with each other, we have a great deal of affection for each other, and I respect him a great deal, and I love hanging out with him, and he knows that. Ryan Kinel is the whole reason that I'm here, and Miss Martin Muses is in the chat, and she is the reason that I'm actually on camera, because I was never going to do it. Love her to pieces. We have, Tom was here. Tom's just incredible. Tommy is... Tommy's university supported if you're not a complete douche knuckle. And finally, the host of this program.
Oh, wait a minute.
Scott.
This is important.
Scott is really good at being really bad at shows.
I am.
And we love it, every single moment of it. So beyond all that, be sure to check out the Sunday Culture Review that features many of the people that are on this panel and occasionally some that'll drop by from time to time, including Ryan if he ever decides to come back again and sport the Tila haircut that he is very, very proud of.
Well, just to be clear, a lot of people saying, oh, you've got the lesbian haircut. Listen, lesbians want to be manly enough. That's why they get this haircut. I'm just saying.
He's got a point. He's got a point.
They're trying to be men.
Yeah, he has a point.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, Ryan has been sporting that haircut for a while, guys. So they probably took it from him is the whole point. But do show up for that silent auction for Machini draws. That is an incredible picture of Batman that I probably will bid on because it's pretty awesome. And I just want to say thank you to all of you out there because without you guys, we wouldn't be here. And I wanted to make sure my outro was longer than Matt's. Did I do it?
Yeah. Oh, God, you did it.
Oh, my God.
Woo, that was great. I want to thank Yeah, go ahead.
Last thing. By the way, so if Ryan is responsible for Casino, and Casino, and I hate admitting it, is like, responsible for me, does that make Ryan my YouTube grandfather?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why the fuck have you been ignoring me for so long?
I obfuscate all of that on my parents, Gary and Jeremy. So your great grandparents, you have to talk to them about it.
Yeah.
My grandparents are awesome, by the way. Did you? I mean, seriously. I mean, I got Jeremy and freaking Gary as grandparents. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I got. Wow, mine's like Drunken Gary, so
I
that's
don't
a
know
little
who
weird
mine
setup on that. But let me just say this: I like to.
Tom.
Oh, okay, I'll bring you back on, you crying bitch.
By the way, I was kidding. I've never tried to contact you before, so
I know.
That's such a lie. Such a lie.
It's true.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. Lie.
Thank you guys for getting me to 1,500 subs. Thank you, Ryan and Gary, Drunk, Tom, some other people on this panel, Miss Martin Muses, and my friends from Monday night, Jayne and Stig. Thank you guys for being there for my lowest rated stream, but we have so much fun.
Well, and everybody in the chat, let's just be honest,
I was about to do it.
The idea that all you guys tune in to listen to Scott every fucking week, that's fucking brutal, man.
Brainwashed.
The real heroes. The real heroes.
These are people like, my true fans, because on a Monday there's like 7. And I'm like, these are the people that love me. So I love you guys for coming to see other people on my panel because I will make money off of you anyways. And I love you for it. Gary was late last week. People showed up. You were late. People showed up. It helps me. Now I just need to be on Friday Night Tights, Gary.
Wait a minute.
Who's Gary?
Oh, Christ.
All right, now you're gone. All right, and thank you to all my amazing members. My Oberyn Martell members are Valliant Renegade, Larry, Lady Tauriel, Culture Casino. My little finger level is Tina Bojan, Toxic Man Flu, Jake D. Who knew the salt must flow? And to everybody else that does the Waltons, I'm going to change the name from Hot Buy to Walton's Cup. I appreciate you guys. This one is for you. Put a spork in it. We are done. Take care, everybody. Have a great night.
By the way, I don't think like my
shut your hole.
I'm just saying, like my whole bit of "Hey there, Spork" fans is that like I don't think enough people really got that one. It was so great.
You're not that good.
It was. Come on, I thought about that. Like,
have a great night, everybody.
Good night.